Hello, my name is Adrian Perez, and I'm the lead of radiology and VR at the MAP program.
Nice. What made you interested in radiology?
I knew I wanted to go into medicine, but one of my things that I loved was physics, and so radiology was the only sort of mechanism for me to still have a sort of love for physics, but also get into medicine. That's really
Nice.
it.
If you were a transformer, what would you turn into?
Um, if I would turn into a toaster because I like toast.
Amazing. Who is your best friend?
Um, Honestly, my dog. My dog is my best friend.
Nice.
Nobody else.
Why do you believe in socialism?
Oh my God. That's a long explanation, so I'm not gonna say that. If anyone wants to ask me that, I can give them a very long explanation.
Do you have a shorter one?
Um, Empathy and logic is what I would say,
Nice.
and also facts and figures.
Cat or dog?
It doesn't really matter to me, but I love my dog, so I guess I have to say dog.
Nice. Is it true that you have the best beard in lab?
I do because mine is the most uniform. Everybody else's is scruffy or is patchy. So yes, I do have the greatest beard. That's one of the things that I pride myself in.
Childhood pets?
Only one, and that's my dog Coco.
Hmm. If you only had the option to eat only expired cheese or drink expired milk for the rest of your life, which would you choose?
Eat expired cheese because expired milk is all chunky and that's just weird. But expired cheese is at least somewhat edible.
Where were you born?
I was born in Baldwin Park, California, actually.
Hmm. I did not know that. Is cereal a soup?
It indeed is. So also, a hot dog is a sandwich.
Well,
I believe those wholeheartedly.
while we're on the topic, is a Pop Tart a ravioli?
Yeah, I would say it's a ravioli.
Nice. If you were offered to join a secret society, would you?
No, I don't particularly care. It seems like too much work.
How would you go about robbing a bank?
How would I go about robbing a bank? I would probably try to learn coding, and then because I imagine most banks keep everything online and records, so if I were to do it, I'd probably go for a big bank and use like some sort of coding or hacking or something like that.
Nice. What is the first weapon you would choose in a zombie apocalypse?
Um, Probably, is this any weapon? Okay.
Yeah.
Just a sword because a sword could probably like you run out of bullets for a gun, so a sword would be more versatile. And since like a katana or something like that.
Nice. Are you single?
I am single. I've been single all my life, so
Followed up with, you are hot.
okay. Is that an actual comment or is that you?
No, that was an actual comment.
Okay. Yeah, I'm single.
Why are you the way that you are?
I ask myself that question every day. I honestly don't know. I have no explanation.
And thank you for your time.
Okay.
Hello, I am Alexa. I am the RDP OBGYN Pediatrics Education and AMC lead for 57105.
Perfect. Do you have any siblings?
I have 11 siblings.
Ooh. You want to name them off?
Oh, sometimes, okay. I forget them. I have forgotten their names before. Okay, there's TJ, there's Jared, there's Annika, there's Morgan, there's Chase, there's Justin, there's Taylor, there's Casey, there's Tessa, there's Brittany, there's Devin. Oh,
11.
that's 11.
Nice.
That was fast.
What's your favorite type of weather?
Cold, but not snowing.
Nice. What is one thing you would like people to remember you by?
I don't know. Not how much I cry.
Alright.
Anything else? I seriously don't know though.
Alright, nice. Where do you want to practice medicine?
Nowhere anymore. I want to teach. But if I did want to practice medicine, it would want to be with babies. Probably some type of children's center. Maybe oncology. I like that stuff.
What's your biggest fear?
I'm afraid of a lot of things, but I'm afraid of closed spaces and spiders. And no, my biggest fear is bugs, for sure. For sure.
How do you deal with stress?
I take baths. I said before, I cry a lot. I don't know.
Nice.
Coffee, baths.
Have you ever had to cope with grief?
Yeah. One of my friends died in high school in a motorcycle crash. We weren't super close, but it was definitely still sad.
Would you shoot someone in the leg to escape a zombie horde?
100%. 1200%.
Beautiful angel fairy.
I'm down. Yes.
That is
I'm
all.
here for it. Oh, thank you.
What laws would you abolish if you could?
I would definitely abolish abortion because it was made as a tactic to increase men's profits, not for the health of women in any way. So it was actually made, the law was like made when slavery ended apparently, and so it was a way to have men use their children as free slaves for their companies or their land, to work for them forever free because they're the kids. So
Wow.
yeah, I would abolish that law.
What is your favorite exotic animal?
I don't know if this is exotic, but I like porcupines and
Nice.
chinchillas. I really wanted a chinchilla named Pumpkin all of high school.
Marry me?
Yes.
Skydiving or scuba diving?
Scuba diving.
Nice. Is it true that you're the coolest person in lab?
Shucks, I hope so.
Is the vegan lifestyle worth it?
Well, I've never been vegan. I was vegetarian for a year. It was hard. I don't eat that healthy, so it was harder. I'm sure if you cook, it might be easier, but I don't cook. So.
And thank you for your time.
I am Caitlynn Palmer, and I am the head of the video RDP.
How did you end up at GCU?
So I actually found out at GCU through a family member. My cousin played volleyball here way back when the college was tiny, and they were still a Div 3. So he had always talked about GCU. And then when I went to look at it, I expected it to be a lot smaller, and then it turned out to be like this giant experience, and I decided it was the best fit for me, so I came here.
Why do you like video stuff?
My passion for video actually came from my dad. He's always like videoed my brother's like soccer games or my sister's softball games. And we started to do the live stream for our church services. And so I started to get involved with a lot of different tech live streaming in the church. My dad and I started to do it together, and then eventually my brother joined in. And with all the different tech aspects, I started to get really interested in everything. So then I started working different concerts and got a job here working AV at GCU and getting paid for that. And so it's just kind of a passion that's grown throughout my entire life.
Where is your family from?
I am Arizona born and raised, so I am definitely a warm weather gal.
Do you have any siblings?
I do. I have three other siblings, so I have a younger brother and a younger sister. One is a sophomore in high school, the other one's going off to college. We'll see if he ends up at GCU. And then I also have a twin sister who's studying pre-med down at University of Arizona.
Grossest thing you've seen in the lab?
It takes a lot to gross me out. Probably we recently had a brain removal that where the brain wasn't embalmed very well, and it kind of turned into a very we'll just say it turned into a mess. But it takes a lot to gross me out, so there really isn't something that pops into my head.
What cartoon world would you like to live in for a year?
If I could live in any cartoon world, I would probably pick Scooby-Doo just because of all the antics that happen. Plus, I just love Scooby-Doo. It was one of my favorite cartoons as a kid. So,
Yeah. What made you interested in video? I guess this was kind of already answered. We'll go to the next.
interested in video when I was about 14, when my dad started to get me involved in some of the projects he was working on. And then I branched into it from an acting side. I was an actor my entire childhood. And so it was kind of just a branch off of another of my passions. And then I started to work in different like music industries, publish my own videos. It was a lot of fun.
Most memorable experience in lab?
My most memorable experience in the lab was probably the ORS event. So the Orthopedic Research Society came to Arizona and they hosted an event here at GCU where various different faculty from different places, different surgeons held talks, as well as they did a ACL surgery in the lab. And so I got to help a lot and prepare for that surgery in the lab, and it was a really like memorable experience because I got to meet a lot of cool people, and a lot of cool people met me.
Are you an avid reader?
I used to be. I don't have time for that anymore. Maybe during the summer.
What is your favorite type of cheese?
I gotta go with cheddar.
What's your favorite type of wood?
Probably because I'm an Arizona gal, I love mesquite wood. Just burn it in a big bonfire. It smells the best.
Would you rather be able to breathe underwater or fly?
Definitely fly.
And that's it. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Hello guys, I'm David. So I'm the table lead for MAP, and my job pretty much is tracking the dissection progress and making sure everything goes well in regards of the dissection and cadavers, and yeah, that's my job.
Who is your favorite dissector?
um, that's not an easy question. Wow. I don't know. I don't wanna pick favorites, but I mean, well, this semester most of them are good. A lot. I mean, I would say we haven't had any problems with anybody, and which is good. But I would say if I had to pick one, uh, somebody's gonna get mad, Mario, if I respond this.
It's okay.
I would say actually, I know the answer. It's probably Adelina.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, she's been doing a good job with her dissection. I'm kind of jealous of her head and neck dissection, to be honest. Looks amazing. So yeah, she gets her hours, she gets the progress done, and yeah, I would say Adelina.
Nice.
But I mean, everybody's good.
Yeah. Why did you move to the United States 4 years ago?
Well, it was 3 years ago actually, and the short answer, I would say I was looking for a better quality of life. So I came here to the U.S. But the reasons behind that, well, I'm from originally from Venezuela, and before moving, the conditions were not okay to live there. I wanted to be a doctor. I wanted to go to college eventually, and that's not a country that you can do those things. If you have a dream, pretty much you have to quit it. So I said, okay, let's go to the U.S. and it's been good so far. Yeah.
What's your favorite TV show?
Oh, um, right now, right now, The Mandalorian. It's really
Oh,
good.
nice.
Yep.
If you have the option to either orange, would you do it?
To either orange.
Yes.
Uh, what does that mean?
That's a good question. It's just for you though.
To either orange.
Hmm.
I would say yes. You know.
That's good. That's good.
I think yeah. It's a yes.
What's your spirit animal?
But, um, I don't know. I haven't talked to my spirit that much lately. We are disconnected, so I wouldn't know. Hmm. But I don't know. I would feel that hmm. I don't know. That's a good question. Why did you put a mouse?
Oh,
Are
that's
you
just
trying to say?
that's a generic one.
Are you saying that I'm a mouse, Mario?
Yeah, we'll go with mouse. What is one thing you wish you knew before coming to America?
Well, I mean, I would say the language better. I didn't know that much before coming here, and it was kind of rough, you know, with high school and like high school kids. They don't care, so they're not gonna slow down for you. So yeah, language, but yeah, that's it. Because a lot of things I knew because you know I grew up like watching like American TV shows, American movies, and then when I came here, I was like, oh, this is cool. This is like the movies. This is like the TV shows, and it was like a. I know it sounds silly, but that's how it was.
Nice.
So yeah, language. That's what I would say.
Where do you get your scrubs?
Scrubs and beyond.
Nice. What is one thing you wish you knew before joining MAP?
Mm. Uh, well, I would say like that things can change pretty fast. Something good can go wrong at some point, and something wrong can go like the good way at some point as well. So I would say if something's gonna change, just try to adapt. That's yeah.
Nice. How fast can you tie your shoes?
Dude.
Fast can you tie your shoes?
So I would say it's so fast that is the human eye would not be able to see it. Honestly, you like you blink and then my shoes are tied. So I if you're interested in learning how to do this, just let me know.
What is the grossest thing you've seen in lab?
Oh no, I just ate Mario. You're making me remember.
Yeah.
Mm. Oh no, well there is a lot of things actually. So I don't know why, but toenails that always gets me. And once I was with Mario, and he was like dissecting a toenail, and I don't know what he did, but he like the toenail landed on me, or pieces of it, and since then, yeah, I don't like them. And what? Yeah, I would say that's enough. I don't want to keep
I
remembering,
forgot
but
about that.
if you want to get me, just show me a toenail, something like that. But don't do it, please.
Why do you pretend to have an accent?
It's um makes me look cool, you know. Makes me look interesting, you know.
Would you rather be on Survivor or The Amazing Race?
The Amazing Race. I don't know what this means.
The Amazing Race is like
What's
you do a bunch of challenges and you go to different countries to do these challenges. And
like what?
Survivor is like how long you can survive in the wild.
Oh, I would like to do that one actually. Yeah. Actually, I want to do it like one day.
Oh yeah.
One day when I'm old, I'm just gonna go to the jungle or the desert and just stay there for like a week. If I make it, I'll make it. If I don't, well, I tried.
Nice. What is your favorite foreign food?
Mmm, foreign food, huh? Well, um, I would say Thai food. I like it. And I just ate it, by the way. So maybe I'm biased because I just ate it.
Yeah. Would you rather shave your eyebrows or get a piercing?
Um, yeah, I would never shave my eyebrows. So get a piercing. I don't care about the place. Yeah, I could get it anywhere. I don't care.
All
I
right.
can and I can just take it up. Eyebrows. Yeah, they're gonna grow back, but then I have to wait a long time. So yeah, piercing.
What do you dream about?
My dreams. I've been thinking of like writing down my dreams because sometimes it's pretty weird, And actually, they're weird, but half of the time, like I dream of like how to solve problems. For example, I was dissecting once my head and neck dissection, and I had a dream about how to dissect what was it? The
The
skull,
skull?
I guess. Yeah, and I had a dream about it, and then it worked. It worked in real life. So that's yeah, that was very productive. So yeah, those are my dreams.
Can you bring your puppy to school?
Um, yes, once she gets the shots, I will bring her.
Oh, nice.
Yep. And I think I know who asked this question.
Oh, yeah. And thank you for
Yeah.
your time.
Okay. Well, thanks to you guys, and thank you.
So I'm Enrique, and I'm in charge of the wellness program that we're developing, neuropsychology, and overseeing the editing and the submission and the completion of the atlas. And that's what I know right off the top of my head right now.
Favorite philosopher?
Oh, well, that's a good question. Marcus Aurelius, if I can pronounce his last name properly. He's a pretty cool guy. He's really good, stoic
Nice.
background.
How many hours of sleep do you get a day?
About 6.
Oh, that's nice. Best thing to do in your free time?
It's either between reading and or getting on my PS4 or just going outside and doing something there
How many push-ups can you do?
in a single set or like over time.
It looks like in a set, I would say.
Uh, 20 at the moment in a set.
Nice. Dream job?
Well, it's right now to be a psychiatrist. We'll see where that goes.
So you like thinking about people's feelings?
So I like thinking about people's feelings. How am I supposed to interpret this one?
I don't know. I guess like it's just a yes or no.
I mean, I feel like yeah. I don't know how to answer that. Yeah.
How fast can you get through anatomy concepts?
And pretty fast. I don't know if I don't know there was like a way to like they were pacing us in this. Like I guess at a above average pace.
Nice. What are some red flags for teachers that scream drop this class immediately?
Uh, well, for me, it depends on how thick their accent is, honestly, and how much they want to get off their table to actually explain the concept. That's when I'm like, all right, this is gonna suck.
What is the weirdest thing you've done while your brain was on autopilot?
Talk to myself, I guess. Like people say I look pretty weird if I go on autopilot and start talking to myself.
And that's it. Thank you for your time.
All right.
Hi, my name is Gabriella Wendell, and I'm the lead for the Homelessness RGP, and I like to help out around lab.
Cats or dogs?
Dogs.
What's your favorite type of food?
Enchiladas.
Do you like the rain?
Yes, I do.
What advice do you have for your juniors?
Please don't procrastinate. I did not take that advice when it was told to me, and I deeply regret it.
Do you like scary movies?
I love them.
Nice. You got any recommendations?
I like anything by Del Toro.
Hmm. If you were the leader of a country, how would you inspire loyalty?
By having open and honest communication, because if you're open and honest, people will do the same to you.
What would you do with the traitors of your regime?
I would lock them up, because that's fair, unless they had a very good reason for being a traitor.
When do you come back?
In January.
Are you one of those horse girls?
I am, and I'm pretty sure I know who asked that. I have 4 horses and I compete.
Nice. What weird thing would you make socially acceptable if you could?
Many things, most likely being childish in public.
What is your pre-test routine?
Panic, and then study. I like to do Pomodoros, which is where you study for about 25 minutes, take a 5-minute break, and then do the same. It seems to be very effective. And if you realize that the test isn't going to make or break you, it helps with the test anxiety.
You could only choose one, cowgirl or doctor. Weapon is lasso or stethoscope, and attire is boots or white coat.
Doctor, stethoscope, and boots.
Oh, nice. Nice way to mix it up. Alright, other than that, that's kind of it. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Okay. Hi, my name is Jacelyn, and I am the lead of logistics, which is basically all of the administrative stuff for the lab, including hours and just keeping it running functionally.
Perfect. Have you been to the Container Store?
Yes.
Alright. Why did you choose biochemistry?
I'm actually not a biochemistry major. I'm a healthcare administration major. I was pre-med, but then ended up switching into healthcare admin because it's a better fit.
Do you have a favorite childhood memory?
Yeah, probably waking up on Christmas and going down and just opening presents with my sister.
Where were you born?
I was born in Chandler, Arizona, which is about 40 minutes away.
What's your dream vacation?
Oh my goodness. Probably like Bora Bora.
What is your funniest story you've had so far from being an RA?
Oh goodness. Probably when anybody like in a visitation violation ends up hiding and you have to go find them.
Nice. Is it true that you're under 5 feet tall?
Whoever put this question, I'm gonna come for you, but I am actually not under 5 feet tall. I am almost 5'5".
What inspired you to want to become a biochemist?
Again, I'm not a biochemist. If I want to become one, I'm literally going to be getting a master's degree in like business, but for the healthcare industry.
If you were a dictator over a small country, what is the first crazy thing you would do?
I have no idea.
No, just get
I
this
really
question.
have no idea.
Have you take biochem?
I have not. I only took the gen ed like Sci 150 for pre-med and then switched.
What is the most annoying thing you have to deal with as an RA?
I don't really find anything annoying. I actually really love being an RA and actually want to be one again next year.
Would you rather fly or be invisible?
Probably be invisible.
Who should I pick for biochem?
I have no idea. I don't know anyone in biochem.
That's it. Thank you for your time.
Yes, thank you, Mario.
Am I supposed to introduce myself again?
Yes. Yeah.
Thought we already did this.
Good start.
Hi, my name is Jacob Lottie. I am the head of the neurology department in the MAP and RDP lab.
Perfect. Favorite video game?
Favorite video game? I don't play a lot of video games. I don't have a console. Well, that's not true. I have a Wii. So Mario Party 8 is pretty solid. Other than that, I do mobile gaming, so I play Among Us a lot. I used to play a lot of COD Mobile. I haven't really played that much lately. That's always fun, and I'm always down to play Smash if anybody has a Switch. So.
Sweet. If given the choice to retake a class again because it was fun or lower grade than expected, what would it be?
Probably not OChem 1, because I already retook that twice. So let's see, because it was fun or lower grade than expected. If I wanted to retake a class to fix a grade, I'd probably either retake one of my physics classes or my Bio 211 lecture because I didn't pay attention in that class and I skipped a lot of that class. Mario knows because I sat right by Mario in that class. I skipped that class all the time and never paid attention, so obviously I did really bad in it. So I'd probably retake that or retake physics just because it's important for the MCAT and I did just really terrible in that class. So yeah, for fun, funnest class I've taken is probably Patho. So if I had to retake a class for fun or because I like the professor, it'd either be Patho or my 210 lecture.
Nice. What keeps you motivated?
What keeps me motivated? Everything I've put in so far. I think that's been the biggest thing for me because I am I hate wasting things. I hate wasting opportunities, money, time, etc. And so as much as I am driven by my goals and where I want to go, I'm also very driven by everything I've already put in so far.
Nice. What's your favorite sport?
Hockey. Absolutely. Big hockey fan. Grew up in Minnesota for the first 18 and a half years of my life. So I absolutely love hockey.
Nice.
Unless it's the Blackhawks, and then I hate it.
Best study tips?
Best study tips, teach. If you ask anybody that I have tutored or given advice to on studying, my best study advice, it's teach. The more you teach, the more you keep. And you don't have to even teach a person. So what I always recommend to students is teach someone who knows the topic first. Explain it to them, work through it with them. That way they can fix any mistakes in your understanding, conceptual errors like that, and then you can teach anyone. You can teach a person, you can teach an empty room. My freshman year, the study room in my dorm floor, I was in there constantly teaching, filling up all the whiteboards, all the windows with dry erase. Now I live at home, I commute, so I'm not on campus anymore, and I'll tell you, I still teach. I have a pet rabbit who I share a room with, and he knows more about biochemistry than probably anybody. So teaching is absolutely the way to go. And drawing, if you're artistically inclined. I'm not, but I still do a lot of drawing. Especially for OChem and biochem pathways, it's really helpful. So.
True. You were in a cave when the path behind you collapsed but in front of you appears two portals. One is green and looks to be oozing, while the other is a flurry of colors with sparks coming out. Which path do you choose and why?
A flurry of colors like donuts?
Yes, sure. Let's go with that.
A flurry of colors with sparks coming out. I don't know, what colors are they?
Let's say rainbow.
Let's say rainbow. Okay. Well, I don't know, because that could be like an entrance to a Skittles factory, and I'm always down for Skittles.
Taste
one
the
is
rainbow.
green and looks to be oozing. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna taste the rainbow.
Nice. Is it true that you're the humblest person in lab?
Oh, absolutely. I am more humble than anybody else in the lab. If you ask anybody, they will tell you I am far and away the humblest person in the lab. And it's hard when you have accomplished as much as I have and you are as hot as I am. But no, absolutely. Yeah, it's not easy, but someone's got to do it. So yes,
Oh yeah.
absolutely, homeless person in the lab. We back. Part 2. Let's do it.
Yep. No.
No. Um. Honestly, yeah. I feel that. There's a lot of days where I'm kind of feeling yes, but ultimately at the end of the day, I think, yeah, no, I agree.
It's good. Why do you talk funny?
There's a lot of different ways to take that. I'm not sure. I'm going to guess based off of the way that I um, have been told that I talk, that it has to do with the fact that I have a slight Minnesotan accent. Apparently, you hear it, but as I've been told, you hear it more on words like Minnesota, like boat. Um, I don't hear it. I don't think anyone else talks funny. Well, I mean, there's some people, but like I don't hear, for example, a non-Minnesotan accent. Uh, but apparently, I kind of stretch out my O's when I say things like Minnesota, boat. Um, so I'm gonna guess that's what you're talking about. And again, see part 1. I'm from Minnesota. I love hockey. Yeah, we're gonna go with that.
If you were required by law to get a full body tattoo, what would you get one of?
A full body tattoo, like head to toe.
Yeah.
Probably Mario.
Nice. I approve. Do you like being mean?
Do I like being mean? That's
Mm.
a loaded question. That assumes that I am mean, which I mean I am, but like that's not the point. No. And if I'm gonna be serious for 1 second, if I have hurt you in some way, please come talk to me. I would love to get that resolved. No, I do not try to come across as a mean person. I am very sarcastic sometimes, and I have a real deadpan delivery, as I've been told, for a lot of my humor. So sometimes that comes across as being rude. And if I have offended you or upset you in some way, please, by all means, come talk to me. It was certainly not my intent, and I'd love to get that resolved. So,
That's good.
yeah.
How many bones do you know?
How many bones do I know? Probably all of them. I don't know. I studied way over the top for that bones exam when I had to take it. I'd forgotten almost all of it, but I could still probably name all the bones if I, gun to the head, name all the bones. I could probably do it.
Nice. Why?
Why not?
It's a good response. What do you have planned for your neuro team?
A lot of things. A lot of things. Obviously, results versus plans. There's always a bit of a discrepancy there. But what we're going for right now is they're working through some quizzes to just kind of get a basic groundwork for neuroanatomy. Kind of just set the page because there's a lot of in-depth stuff that you can go into with neuroanatomy. But our goal is to not just be purely academic. We want to get hands-on. So once they pass their first quiz or two, they're going to start working on sheep brain dissections. From there, we're going to move on to human brains, start getting comfortable like we started last week, as of the date this was filmed, with human brain removal. That's always a tricky one because we can only do so many of those. But yeah, just starting to get some hands-on experience. Eventually, we're going to be working on further research material or further educational materials. I've already started one. I started one over the summer. It's a book for my special project for MAP. And that's going to be the first of the major educational resources we're working on, but we're going to start developing other ones, guides to the different plexuses, nerve plexuses of the body, guides to basic neuroanatomy, neurophysiology, that kind of stuff, and then hopefully some research if we can get it going. It's really hard to do research with our limitations, not being able to do histo, and then the subjectivity of gross anatomy when it comes down to how well was the brain embalmed, was it embalmed at all. It's really hard to do gross specimen anatomy, but what we're hoping to do possibly is some research in the future looking at if there's any correlations between size of brain in particularly dementia patients and any other and findings.
Nice. And thank you for your time.
Hi, I'm Jana, and I'm the dental lead.
Why dental?
When I was in 4th grade, I fell off of my scooter and I broke my front 2 teeth. And that was really embarrassing. And so when I was in 6th grade, they wouldn't fix my teeth because I was too young. So they finally fixed them when I was 16 and I got veneers. So I thought that was a really cool process and it changed like my whole outlook on dentistry. So I want to be able to provide that for other people.
Nice. Why would you be my dentist?
Yeah. In like 4 years.
If you could master one Olympic sport and get a gold medal every time, what would it be?
Probably running, like some form of running, maybe track, particularly the 800.
Favorite candy?
Reese's.
Nice. How do I pronounce your last name?
Unger. So it's like hunger, but without the H.
What's something you're excited about?
Probably graduation. I'm just excited to finally apply to dental school and study what I am actually interested in. Not that I hate generals, but it's boring.
3 people ask you for help at the same time. A homeless and hungry child, someone homeless and addicted to drugs, and a homeless vet. Who will you be most likely to help and why?
Probably a homeless and hungry child because they can't really control that. And I have a soft spot for kids. So, I mean, the other people, like the other guy's addicted to drugs, he can control that. And then the homeless vet, he's old enough that he can make better decisions. So, yeah.
Do you believe in the tooth fairy?
I did when I was like 5.
Followed by, the tooth fairy isn't real.
Oh, that's hurtful.
If you could only keep 5 items in an apocalypse situation, what would they be?
I can't say I've really thought about that, but probably food, water, my dog, uh, probably some caffeine, and maybe some pain reliever.
Nice. And thank you for your time.
Hey everyone, my name is Jordan Davis. I'm currently the lead for orthopedics and physical therapy program. We're doing a lot of good dissections and I'm hoping to get more people involved.
Nice. What was it like to be involved in the military?
It was pretty cool. I miss it some days. Definitely a different kind of culture than being here in college again. Very fun, very different. There's a lot of good experiences, lots of good people that I met. If anything, I definitely miss the people and some of the cool aspects of the job.
Nice. If you had to slice an apple up, how many sections would you make it?
I would definitely make it into at least 4 to 6. I like to keep an even number, and that's just how I like it, man.
What's your favorite dessert?
Oof, this is a tough one. Favorite dessert? Yeah, I bounce between cookies and ice cream. I typically like to get ice cream or frozen yogurt. But I think my favorite of all time right now is like what they call a pizza cookie. And it's like this giant chocolate chip cookie. And you just dump like a couple of scoops of ice cream on top of it. And it is amazing. I guarantee you will fall in love with this thing. Go get one at there's a couple different pizza places that have it.
Nice. Is it true that you're the strongest person in lab?
I think the only one stronger than me right now is Mario, but but I'm pretty strong though. I think I'm pretty strong. I guess we have to go test that. But
Red Bull or Bang?
Bang all the way. Bang 100%. Red Bull is okay, but I think Bang is the healthier option, and I used to be pretty addicted to those. Now it's Rain, but Bang is amazing.
How many tattoos do you have?
I just have one big one on the shoulder, on my left shoulder. It's an octopus and a mermaid, but it's all connected. So I just say it's like one, but it's almost a half sleeve, I guess, but still need to work on it.
What is your zombie survival plan? I know you have one.
Oh god. Okay, so my zombie survival plan. There's a couple different ways that I can go about this. I already have some of the weapons, but resources are going to be limited for sure. So what I like to do is grab a small team, typically around 4 to 6, because anything more than that, you're probably going to put yourself at risk for being, dragged behind by a dead weight. Also, people turning on you. So you need to have people that you can trust. Now, what you want to do is you want to go ahead and start gathering different supplies. Gather all the ammunition you can get with some lightweight weapons that you can typically carry. I have a suppressed AR that I like to carry around. It's lightweight and it's short. That's my weapon of choice. But remember, resources are going to be limited. So you probably want to get some sharp or blunt objects like baseball bats or spears, things like that. Maybe even do the old Negan thing with a wooden baseball bat with the nails inside of it, carry it around with you. Maybe even a battle axe. I like that. And then I would go ahead and take all the food and medical supplies that I can get, and maybe even go raid a couple of stores that I know that are going to be with weak people in it. So what you want to do is do a good reconnaissance, make sure that you can overtake those other people. And then you want to start probably migrating to somewhere like in the mountains or somewhere that's easily defendable. So I would take a hill, or I would find like a good house with limited windows and stuff. And remember to teach your people low light discipline, because you don't want to give your position away to anybody, not zombies, not other people. And then just go from there and keep your people alive. Gather resources as you need them, but stay away from the major cities. Stay away from other large communities unless they're like really, really established. I probably wouldn't trust a military base, honestly. But that's probably the basic starting points for my survival plan for the zombies. It's coming though, so you might want to start prepping now.
Nice. Why don't you have a Rambo tattoo?
Oh man, Rambo. So I love Rambo. I can't have a Rambo. Which tattoo does he have? The K-bar or something like that, or a Special Forces one? I was not Army Special Forces, so I would probably not ever match a Rambo tattoo. But Rambo is one of my favorites for sure, though.
What is the single dumbest event that you have witnessed while in the military?
Wow. So the dumbest thing that I've seen in the military, I've seen quite a few dumb things, so it's kind of hard to pinpoint one. But let's see. One time I was out in 29 Palms doing some training exercises with other Marine Corps units. And there was one time where I saw this dude shaving in we had some really bad facilities for sleeping and for restrooms and stuff like that. And I saw this dude in there shaving his face with a razor, disposable razor, over a clogged sink that had just a bunch of people's spit and toothpaste in it. And I'm pretty sure I saw him dip his razor in there and then start shaving his face. And it was one of the nastiest things I've seen. Now, remember, I worked with Marines mostly, and a lot of them did some dumb things. So I think I saw like some drunk ones like tip over a table and break it, just partying and stuff. They like to throw rocks a lot. That's for sure. That's for sure. You'd see them throwing rocks. I've seen a couple other of my guys, the other corpsmen, like go start like throwing rocks at objects, and then all of a sudden the Marines would join them and it turned into a competition, and then you just walk away and watch the kids do their work. It's like babysitting sometimes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Why do you like socialism so much?
Okay, whoever wrote this, I'm
Verdi 2024.
who wrote this? I want to know who wrote this because I got some words for you. Yeah, socialism is probably one of the biggest destroyers of most countries. You can look at anywhere else in history. A prime example of today that everybody brings up, and I'm going to bring it up myself, would be Venezuela. They were a beautiful, rich country, and then they got destroyed by socialism pretty fast. You can ask David about that one.
What's the largest mammal you think you could knock out with a single punch?
Let's see. Largest mammal that I can knock out with a single punch could probably be a bear, but I wish.
Nice.
Yeah.
What are your tattoos?
Tattoos, said it earlier, but yeah, I have an octopus on my shoulder, and then I have a mermaid kind of like on the bicep area, but that's all I have.
Nice. And thank you for your time.
Hi, my name is Kaleigh Pugh. I'm a lead in AMC. All I really do is I lead tutoring sessions for students, and then I help them while they're in lab.
Perfect. What's your hometown?
Hometown, I'm from Mobile, Alabama.
What year are you?
I'm a senior.
Favorite snack?
Ooh, pretzels.
Pretzels. Nice. If you are given 3 potions, one increases strength of the body and mind, another allows any mistake to be fixed as long as you have some potion left, and the last gives you ultimate wisdom, which are you going to take and why?
Ooh, increases strength of body and mind. I love being active, and I'm very I just love working out. So the whole strength of the body thing, I love it. And then of the mind, I feel like that's not even just being smart. It's just, I don't know, training your mind to think certain ways. I think that's really cool. Having knowledge and training your mind to trigger those things. I think that's so cool. Getting those synapses to connect. But yeah.
Nice. What's your major?
I'm a biology pre-med major.
What's your favorite system of the body?
Ooh, okay, this one's kind of hard. I love the muscles, but I'm gonna go with cardiac. I love the heart too.
Nice. If you lost one sense but heightened another, what senses would you choose?
If I lost the sense of smell, I would want to heighten my sense of taste. I love food if we haven't caught on.
Favorite dog breed?
Ooh, pit bulls.
Nice. And that's it. Thank you for your time.
Yeah. That was fun.
Hey guys, it's Kama, and I am one of the leads for the Anatomy Mentoring Center.
Do you have a favorite sports team?
Oh, no, I don't watch sports. I mean, no. Yeah, no. No.
What's your favorite type of fabric?
Wait, there's different kinds of fabric? I thought that was only one. Wait, I'm so confused. Okay.
No,
yeah.
Did you vote?
Okay, I'm a little upset about this. No, I did not vote, but that is because I'm all the way here in Arizona and I was a registered voter in Hawaii. So, unfortunately, no.
You are stranded on a deserted island. Who is the one other lead you would want with you and why?
Ooh. Oh. I would definitely want Alexa. Cancel. Oh, sorry, I have a speaker and it answers to Alexa.
Oh no.
But literally I would have Lex, hands down.
Have you ever collected anything?
Weird. It's not a hardcore collection, but ever since I started college and I started eating at Panda Express more often, because that's all that I could ever afford here. I started to collect their fortunes and put them in a box. Kind of weird, kind of creepy, but.
What is the key to happiness?
Oh wow, we're going deep. Oh. God, y'all got me messed up. Okay. I honestly think the key to happiness is just being yourself and never being afraid to be who you are. So that's kind of like my motive every day, kind of like how I just like I really don't care what people think of me. I'm comma and everyone knows me at the end of the day, like who doesn't know me. So that's my key of happiness.
Who is your fashion icon?
Oh my god. Okay. It's like 20 million. Myself. Myself. Come on.
If you could snap your finger and get rid of one annoying thing in society, what would it be?
The people that do not wear their damn masks. Wear a mask. My god. Come on.
What's your favorite system of the body?
Ooh. Okay. Wait, I have to go through them. Okay, honestly, like the lungs, not for me. Boring. Um. Okay, I really like cardiovascular. Yeah. Yeah.
Nice. Favorite part of your AMC shifts and least favorite?
Ooh, wow, we're exposing me today. Okay. Um my favorite part is okay, like my favorite part is basically when you have like regulars come in and then they'll basically be like, oh, like, thank you, Kama, so much for helping me. Like, I got 100 on my exam. Like, I don't know how I did that. And I'm just like, it makes me feel so happy because I'm actually making a difference in like our community of students here at GCU. And it kind of makes me feel like, oh, like I actually matter. Like, so that's one of my favorite parts of my AMC shifts. My least favorite, I mean, like everyone can like, I can be sure that any other AMC lead like Nick, Lex, and Kaleigh, I think they would definitely agree is that like when people ask like the dumbest questions, but like let's be real, like, it's okay, it gotta happen, it has to happen. But when it happens continuously and chronically and almost every day, it's kind of not fun. So yeah,
I can attest to that as well.
I know.
And that's it. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Mario, and I am the current room lead for the Lab 57105, and I just do a bunch of stuff.
What is your favorite dissection that you've done?
Easily thorax and abdomen. I just think it's like so much fun, and I really like dissecting with my hands a lot. A lot of blunt dissecting. I just like to like start ripping things out. Thorax and ab is like one of the only main places you can do that, so that's probably like the number one reason why I like it so much.
How is your cult?
Yes. Apparently, I have a cult following in lab. They're doing well. We're holding a officer election, so we can get a president and a vice president of the cult as well. It's fun stuff.
Why are you interested in anesthesiology?
Anesthesiology specifically, is because I like the idea of like taking away pain from the body. Like it just seems like something that's so like almost unnatural. Like it just seems like really cool for some reason. Like the idea of like taking away pain.
What's your dream medical school?
Dream medical school. So dream. Keep in mind, dream medical school would be like Johns Hopkins University. More than likely, I'll be applying to somewhere in Arizona, like AT Still University, a DO program. But Johns Hopkins University is like #1 dream medical school.
Describe yourself in one word. Describing yourself in one word you hope others describe you as.
If I were to describe myself in one word, I would say that I'm pretty funny. I like a lot of my jokes. A lot of other people seem to like my jokes. If they're not laughing at my jokes, at least they're laughing at my laugh because I'm laughing at my own jokes. One word for other people, hopefully reliable. I like the idea of being reliable to people. Like they can ask me for just about anything, and I can provide.
If you could make a sandwich, what would be in it?
I would have 2 pieces of bread and probably like 2 slices of turkey in it. I am a very basic person when it comes to sandwiches.
That is a dry sandwich. Okay. How are you graduating at 20 years old?
So in high school, Ricky and I went to the same high school, so we have a similar origin story here. In high school, we did dual enrollment credits. So while I was in high school for the 4 years, I was taking community college classes. So by the time I graduated high school, I was done with general biology, general physics, general chemistry, all my English and math classes. So when I got to GCU, I was just going straight for all the hard science classes.
You're half asleep. You're half sleeping on a train when a couple sits next to you, and your first thought is to do what?
Probably lean to the other side of where the couple is not and continue sleeping. Because if I'm sleeping on a train in a public transit, I really need my rest at that point.
Is it true that you're 6 feet tall?
Yes. No question.
How y'all are you?
I'm gonna assume that meant tall. From the previous question, I'm easily 6 foot tall. 6'5" on a good day. 6 foot on a not so good day.
Where did you find that dump truck?
You find dump trucks where you most often find them on construction sites.
Give me a second. What is your number one regret in life?
Not graduating sooner. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Well,
if you had to viciously murder someone, parentheses portrait and lab, what would it be?
Wow. So normally I don't have violent thoughts like this. I'll say Jordan though, because I feel like he can take it. Everybody else would wimp out.
If you can have one superpower, what would it be?
Teleportation, probably. Teleportation sounds really dope.
If you lost a sense to gain this power, which one would it be?
So referring to the previous question to learn how to teleport, I would probably give up the sense of touch. I feel like I can hardly feel anything as is, so it wouldn't be a major loss to me.
What are your plans after graduation?
Okay, so I'm graduating this December. I'll probably stick around a little bit as an adjunct faculty, teach a few classes. Look over a map as well as like after graduate like room lead, because don't trust anybody at the moment to fill the shoes I've built at the moment. And study for MCAT, graduate, that kind of stuff. Oh, and
thank you for your time.
My name is Michael Blackwell, and I'm the current lead for the histology RDP.
Nice. What made you interested in histology?
Not really sure. I just kind of joined it, and then I liked it. So it's just one of those things where it happened to turn out that way. But there was nothing that like initially got me all that interested in it. I just joined it, and then there we go. I liked it.
Nice. What's your opinion on vegans?
Most of the time they're fine. It's just I've heard from my doctor that most of the time they're the unhealthiest patients, because they restrict their diet so much, and then they'll only eat the things that they like, which tend to be the most unhealthy things. So I mean, I don't know. I don't really mind as long as they, don't try to shame me for eating meat.
What kind of car do you drive?
I drive a Sonata. Yeah, my family and I went to, I think it was CarMax or something, and ended up with basically like a unicorn kind of car because it barely had any miles on it. Of course, since I drove here from Vegas multiple times, those miles are kind of ruined now, but they were really good when I got it. So yeah, it's pretty much almost. It was like a new car when I bought it. Basically, it was.
Nice. What's your bench press max?
Nowadays, oh boy, probably way too disappointing to even say. But back when I did work out a little more, I think I didn't work out for very long, but I think during that time I was like 80, I think, or something. Which, I mean, I didn't work out for very long, so.
What's your biggest goal?
To hopefully become a pathologist, specifically not a forensic pathologist. One that I'm not sure, which specialty, but just I don't think forensic pathology really interests me. So the other kinds, any of the other ones.
Nice. What is your favorite type of cell?
Yeah, that's a good question to ask the histology lead. I have no idea. I don't know. Maybe pseudostratified columnar ciliated epithelium, just because it's such a long name. Only reason.
Right. If you could live in anyone's head for 15 minutes, who would you choose and why?
Oh boy. I have no idea. See, I like my head. I don't really want to live in anybody else's head. Yeah, I don't think I have anybody, to be honest.
Nice. If you could travel anywhere in the world, where would you go?
I don't know. I don't like traveling all that much. To be honest, I'd probably go back to DC again. I've already been there once before, but there's a lot of like really cool museums and stuff there. So I'd probably go there first. I don't really have any idea where else I would want to go.
Nice. And thank you for your time.
All right.
All right. Hey, everybody. My name's Nick Capatch. For those of you who don't know me, I was in the lab and map program from, I don't even know what year it was. It was my sophomore year through 2019, whatever that was. And then what I did in there was a lot of stuff over my time. I ended up leading the ortho PT group. I was actually the room lead, I was in Mario's position. He took my spot. And yeah, so now I'm actually teaching at GCU because I did end up finishing the MAP program. So I teach 210, 211, 201, 202 labs, and I even taught a Bio360 lab one semester, which was a lot of fun. But yeah, I'm looking forward to doing this.
Nice. What is the last book that you've read?
The last book I read, probably just MCAT textbooks. Honestly, I haven't really done a lot of outside reading in a while. So yeah, MCAT textbooks.
You earned the title Mini Bodine for 201 Lab. Thoughts on this?
Oof, that hurts. Actually, no. Actually, I'll take that. That's a compliment. So 201, I started doing 201 and I was teaching everything and I was like, oh, these kids are total studs, like we're gonna do well. So I made my first quiz and it was a bit harder, I guess, than it should have been. The average is like a 28% on it, and I was like, oof, okay, so maybe we need to dial it back a little bit. So I made them easier since then. Pretty standard with the other teachers, I think. So I don't know, I expect left and right and stuff like that, and I'm not just going to give you the answer. So if that makes me Mini Bodine, I guess I'll take it.
Do you like bananas?
I do like bananas. Nice. Although I think bananas is spelled wrong, but
where do you see yourself in 10 years?
10 years, let's see. So I've still got 2 years till I start med school, so then 4 years of med school, or 5 years of residency. Okay, so I'll be in residency in 10 years.
Nice.
That's kind of sad.
Yeah, right. You can find the cure to AIDS, but you have to kill someone you love. Would you do it? Why or why not?
Oof. How close of the person I love is this?
Someone you love, however you define that.
Well, if it's my wife, definitely not. She's living before the whole world. But man, that's selfish. but no, I don't think I would.
Nice.
I love my people too much. And it was really crazy too, because I'm a utilitarian worldview kind of guy, like sacrifice the few to save the many, but not if it's my family. So yikes, there's a little bit of a moral dilemma in my worldview.
Do you have any pets?
Sorta. So, when we got married, we left our pets at our respective houses. So now in our apartment, we only have a fish, but I had a dog, and two cats, and then Megan has two dogs. So we go over a lot. That's where I am right now, is actually at her house. And so we're hanging out with them today. So
Nice.
just a fish at our apartment, but
Why don't you visit more often?
visit where, the lab?
Yeah, I'm assuming.
I would, but I'm just worried about like what people will think about all COVID and stuff. So I'm just trying to stay out as much as possible. I mean, I go down there to say hey to everybody, but I'm just trying to keep everybody comfortable.
Nice. How many students have you failed?
Oh gosh, probably more than I've passed, honestly. It depends on 201 or 210. 201, a ridiculous amount. 210, not a lot of students fail. They're, I don't want to say a lot. I don't know, a lot. In general, I'll just go with a lot.
If you had access to everyone's mind for one sentence, what would you say?
So that's just like I say something and everyone hears it.
Mm-hmm.
Probably, I mean, it's kind of wasted, but I'm just saying like med school admissions people would hear it. So I'd be like, you should accept Nicholas Capatch. He's going to be such a good med student. And then everybody else would be just super confused, like, what the heck does that mean? But admissions reps would know it.
Yeah. How often do you look at your Rate My Professor page?
I usually just check it at the end of each section. So at the end of each semester. So I'll check it a lot. Like,
good.
All right. So yeah, so I check it at the end of each semester. And I'll check it like multiple times at the end just to see like if any are trickling in. But like, I don't really care during the semester, especially because those ones are usually people who were failing and dropped. So I really don't care what they have to say. For the ones who actually finish, I am interested to see what they have to say. It's just the next semester.
Why do you say ortho PT instead of what it's actually called, PT ortho?
Who wrote this? They're all anonymous.
Yeah, they're all anonymous.
Well, I guess I said ortho PT when I like started the group, just because at first, because that's what I was interested in, was orthopedic. So initially was the ortho group, but then we had physical therapy interested people wanting to join, and so we're like, oh, so just tack on PT at the end. So that just, to me, it just flowed better. It sounded right because that's just what I was used to. But PT ortho is just fine. Plus, I think you're supposed to say things alphabetically, and O does come before P. So
Yeah. What was your favorite part of being a PT tech?
honestly, I love how much hands-on experience you get with the patients. Like, I mean, I don't know of many other like patient contact hour type experiences that you get to be like one-on-one with patients, helping them through things. Having like the map knowledge of like the musculoskeletal system and everything is just great, because then when the PT says they want them to do this exercise, you're not just like blindly telling them, oh, do this. You can actually kind of see what the PT like is trying to accomplish with this exercise, and so you can really help dial in that exercise to really accomplish what they're trying to strengthen or get moving or whatnot. So also with the map experience, it's cool with the PTs I work with, they're recognizing that I do know a little bit about the musculoskeletal system. So like they'll talk to me about, different treatment patterns and like, ask me like what I think we should do, like, and just to like, let me think through stuff like that. So it's really cool. It's a little boring when you're with a PT that's you've never been with before, because they don't know you don't know them. So it's just a lot of paperwork at that point. But with PTs that know you, it's a lot of fun.
Nice. What is the biggest change that has happened to MAP so far?
Oof. So it just in all of my time?
Yeah.
Okay. Probably no, because that was already P. I don't know, just like when I first joined, it was pretty wild. It was like you came into the room and you could pick up a scalpel and start dissecting. That was more RDP, not map as much. But yeah, so it's been a lot better with that now. So you actually have to like know what you're doing. So like maybe mistakes were pretty rampant back then. I remember I was working on upper extremity. I was following out the cephalic vein, and I found a bunch of tributaries off of it. Was saving all of them. I came in the next day, and every single one of them was gone. It was just muscle. Like no veins were even left. And I was like, well, that was a wasted day before. So that was annoying. The bones section being put in, like having to pass bones, that was a pretty big change because that prevented a lot of people from making it through. But also like, I don't know, culled the herd a little bit, got the people who actually could make it through, which was good.
Nice. And thank you for your time.
All right, yeah, thanks for asking those. Some of those were fun. Some of them are like, oof, I need to look inside myself a little more.
Hi, my name is Nick Perez. I'm the AMC lead. We're responsible for helping out the students in the lab 57102. Yeah, my responsibilities is to manage all the tutors over there and make sure they're all up to date on their stuff so they can teach the students.
Nice. Are you Nick number 1 or number 2?
I am the first Nick Perez. I am the second Nick because I know Kapatch is there.
Nice. Could only pick one to live for the rest of your life. California. Oh, all right, easy. What did you want to be when you grew up when you were little?
I remember wanting to be a doctor similar to Dr. House. Granted, now that I look back, that was probably a bad idea because Dr. House was not a very ethical doctor.
What drink do you use for energy?
A lot of coffee and a lot of bangs.
What were you for Halloween?
Nothing, because I had to host a mock practical for AMC that day.
Alright, that's depressing.
So I was depression.
What is the hardest class you have taken at GCU so far?
On a knowledge base, I think OChem has been the hardest, but just out of having to do the class, just because it was really boring, the University of Success.
You're in the woods at night on an island and you hear drums coming from one direction and it sounds like your mom calling out for you in the other. Which direction do you go and why?
Neither. I've read stories about this and neither are a good option.
What type of conditioner do you use?
If anything, probably that 5-in-1 that guys use.
Nice.
I have no idea.
How do you like being a part of the AMC?
I like being a part of the AMC because it definitely keeps all of that baseline knowledge for anatomy and physiology pretty fresh in my mind. So whenever I take a class like pathophysiology currently right now, all the terminology comes to me straight away, and I don't really have to think too in depth about having to remember the material. So it comes to me pretty fast.
Would you sign up to be a colonist, never to return to Earth?
Yes.
Alright. Nice.
Earth is dying.
If you have 5 mints and Mario, Jordan, Alexa, David, and Kama all asked you for a mint, who is getting one?
I would say all of them but Jordan because I don't know who Jordan is.
Okay. Favorite anime?
Ooh. That's gonna take it. Let me think. Right now, I would either say Seven Deadly Sins or Attack on Titan.
Nice. And that's it. Thank you for your time.
Okay.
I'm Rachel, and I'm in charge of the Bones students. I'm a Bones lead.
What is your goal in healthcare?
I want to become a surgeon. That's the ultimate goal for me. I don't really know what I want to specialize in yet, but that's hopefully gonna come to me.
How do you get energy throughout your day?
Coffee. Definitely coffee. It's an addiction of mine.
Do you cook?
I try to cook. My mom is a really good cook, so I try to kind of like cook some things that she cooks, but sometimes it doesn't work out.
Who's the most annoying person in lab?
Ooh. The most annoying person in lab? That's a really hard question. I feel like everyone in lab is kind of annoying, but like in a good way. Can we come back to questions?
We can come back to this question.
Okay, let's come back to that.
What is your favorite thing about yourself?
Oh my gosh, this is a hard question too. I feel like I'm a very hard worker. So like even if something isn't necessarily coming easy to me, that doesn't stop me. Like I try to work hard at whatever I'm doing.
Nice. How often do you work out?
Lately, like 0, but I try to stay on a schedule and work out like at least 3 days a week, but that has not been happening this semester.
Your superpower is that you can give phobias to people. What fun and interesting things would you make people afraid of?
That's a good question. I would make people really afraid of birds because I know that some people are kind of afraid of birds anyways, and I think that's funny. We could make people afraid of the cadavers. That would be a good one for a lab.
Do you fake tan?
Do I fake tan? No, I do not fake tan. Does it look like I fake tan?
If you had to decide between Mario and Jordan, who would you save?
Oh. I feel like Jordan would be more likely to save himself, so I would have to save Mario.
What is something that is important to you that you never really talk about?
I'll go for an easy one. My family, they're super important to me, but I don't really talk about personal stuff with people. Family kind of falls into that, but they're really important to me. I just don't talk about it.
And that's it. Do you want to answer the most annoying question?
Yeah. That's such a hard question.
You don't have to answer it if you don't want to.
I can't think of someone specific. I feel like, okay, not that this is like annoying, but like, you and David, like when you did the little prank, that was, but I enjoyed it, so it wasn't like that annoying, but like.
Oh, got you. Well,
yeah.
That's it. Thank you for your time.
All right, cool, good stuff.
My name is Ricardo. I used to be part of the MAP program from 2015 to 2017 when I graduated. And I was able to complete it and survive it.
Nice. What is your favorite song?
That's a tricky one because I usually go by like I listen to something that I like and then I just listen to that for a month and then I move on. So let's see. Oh man.
You got anything right now?
Right now, not really. I've been just I downloaded this app from this store called Hollister, and I've been just listening to the radio on that thing.
Oh, nice.
Even though I pay for Spotify and Apple Music, I'm listening to that shit. Oh.
What's your favorite store?
My favorite store Um, I think. Is it just like for
Just in general.
in general, like to buy groceries or
Yeah, sure.
clothing?
I think it means like any kind of store. Like not necessarily just groceries.
Oh, okay. Well, I love going to this store called AJ's. It's kind of like a grocery store, uh, but everything's like really um, tidy there. It's really nice. I love going there.
Oh, nice. How old were you when you learned to ride a bike?
I think I was 6, and I think that's kind of old when it comes to learning riding a bike. Yeah, 6.
Yeah. How are you?
I'm 27. I'm an old man now.
Yeah.
I mean, like everyone in the lab right now. Yeah.
Yeah. What's the best ice cream flavor?
Cookies and cream, all the way.
How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Yeah, I'm just uh, like surviving this pandemic and trying to move on to the next step in my life. So yeah, I mean it's going all right. Can't complain.
What made you successful in math?
I think just putting it a lot of time and dedication into it. At the time when I was part of it, I was also taking some challenging classes. And I think just being organized and being able to uh, dedicate enough time to map, but also to your other classes, so you're not um, stressing about it. I think just being organized and just uh, putting a lot of effort into it.
Hmm. What is the biggest change that has happened in map so far?
Um, well, I think that a lot of more stuff were added to it, like a section where you dedicate yourself just to bone, and then um, I think histology is being added now, um, and all that stuff. So just like the first part, like the introduction part of map, that I just when I started, I took the dissection class, and then I went straight for it, and then I didn't have to do all that stuff, so that was added later on. But yeah, I think that's the more dramatic change.
Mhm. Worst job you've ever had?
Um, Worst job. I mean, it wasn't that bad, but I was a server for a couple of years, um, and I hated it. Yeah, yeah, I really hated it. um, yeah, people. I didn't get tipped. Yeah, it wasn't a good experience. It was a good experience when it comes to just learning that to work hard, and then earning your own money, but it's not something I would want to go.
Next slide. What is something that no one would believe about you that is true?
Oh, that I'm very friendly. uh, I know that some people, when they first meet me, they think I'm because of my facial expression. I think they think I'm like a grump, or or I'm just too serious. um, so yeah, and I'm just very friendly.
Nice. And thank you. That's it.
All
Thank you for
right.
your time.
Hello, my name is Ricky. I'm in charge of the cardio RDP.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
How do ribs articulate without a sternum?
David asked this question without a doubt.
Would you
He
like to answer?
100% asked this question. Yeah, I answer it. Well, what my guess would be that if they don't have a sternum, that it was removed surgically, so they'd have a lot of scar tissue. So they wouldn't be articulating with another bone. They just almost be like the floating ribs, except kind of like all meeting where the sternum would originally be, but instead of the sternum, yeah, scar tissue.
What's your favorite animal?
It would be a dog. More specifically, a basset hound.
What's the best part about the cadaver lab?
The best part about the cadaver lab, I would have to say the cadavers themselves. It's a lot of fun dissecting with them. I've never done anything like it, besides like fetal pigs or cats, but that's completely different. Specifically because with each cadaver you get, like almost every single region I've done, there's always been some kind of weird pathology or something unique that's made it like a lot more interesting or different from pretty much each region.
If you were given a build your character menu to create your perfect significant other, what qualities would be included?
Did you ask this one?
I did not ask this one.
Oh my god. Let me read that again. Okay, so we're listing qualities. Okay, they would, number one, have to have the same sense of humor as me, which is not really funny to a lot of people, but it's funny to the people that matter. So funny. I would say smart. So like I would prefer them to be interested in a lot of the same things that I am. Like probably want to pursue something in medicine. I feel like that would be really helpful or really make a good significant other. Let's see what else. Like really driven, like detail oriented. Let's see what else. I don't want to start listing stuff that's too shallow. Like, oh, they need to look like this, look like that. That doesn't really.
That's good.
It's not as important.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I would say
Nice.
those are the couple of like really important ones to me.
What are you most excited about for med school?
I would say probably for like the clinical aspect of it, to actually apply the knowledge that you're learning, and then also to like learn while you're actually in that clinical environment. Like practicing different procedures, or even not even practicing it, but just observing it.
Nice.
I feel like that'd be like a really interesting experience.
What's your biggest fear?
Spiders.
Easy. My pleasure.
I'm guessing this is a Chick-fil-A reference.
If you could accomplish simple tasks while sleeping and still get a good night's sleep, what would you want your body to do while you were sleeping?
My English DQs. That would probably be the best thing. Or like simple stuff like cleaning my room, or like chores. I'm guessing that still counts as simple.
Mm-hmm.
And then what would be even amazing is if they would be able to study OChem for me. That would be if that's still considered simple, that would be like my number one choice.
How did you become a god amongst men?
Sleep. 8 hours of sleep every day. Guaranteed to become a god.
P.S. We know you wrote this yourself.
I did not write that. I did not ask myself a question.
Would you rather saw off a foot or a hand to escape a serial killer?
I'd say a hand, because if you're trying to escape a serial killer, you're not going to do much walking with only 1 foot.
Smart. Plans after graduating?
Immediately after graduating, I'm hoping to obviously finish the Master in Anatomy program and teach for a year while studying for the MCAT. So plans after graduating, I would say that immediately after graduating, I would try to do the traditional like MAP graduate route and stay for a year, teach while simultaneously studying for the MCAT. And then from there, hopefully apply to medical school within hopefully 1 gap year, if not possibly 2.
And thank you for your time.
Hi, I'm Tara Garcia, and I am the current co-bone lead with Rachel Bauer, and I am also co-lead of the Ortho PT RDP with Jordan Davis.
Nice. What made you interested in orthopedic surgery?
I played sports my whole life, and bones, muscles, and joints have always been something very interesting to me, especially because I think a lot of the time people don't listen to you when you're telling them about certain pain you're having, and they're like, oh, you're just growing. So that made me want to be knowledgeable in the facts so that I could be like, no, I'm not really growing. My bones hurt, and this is why.
If you had to live off of one species of potatoes, which would it be?
Like a potato,
Species.
okay, let's see. Okay, the Yukon potatoes.
All right, good answer. Have you ever shadowed a surgery?
I have not shadowed a surgery.
Do you have a favorite bone in the human body?
It's not the zygomatic bone, that's for sure. My favorite bone is probably the femur, just because I know it the best.
Nice. When did you know you wanted to study medicine?
Definitely when I took anatomy and physiology in high school. It was something that I was just really good at and excelled in, was actually interested in. So that definitely made me want to study medicine.
Is it true that you're the best bones lead?
Heck yeah, it is. Besides Rachel, of course. We make a great team.
What ethnicity are you?
I am white as well as Hispanic. I'm half and half.
How high do you think you would score on a psychopath test?
Pretty high, probably. Oh my god.
Do you like people?
Yeah, I like people. Who's asking these questions?
What can you talk about for hours?
Oh gosh. Star Wars or Harry Potter, dinosaurs. Really random stuff.
And that's it. Thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
Hello, my name is Venyelys. I am the lead for the photography and Photoshop RDP. I'm also helping out with the dissection, currently doing a thorax nab. And I also help out with the health and wellness, helping out with the culinary aspects and a few other RDPs.
Nice. Yeah. How is your mom's new dog?
Adorable and a little crazy. So his name is Simba. He's a white and brown pit bull puppy, and it looks like he has pants on. And we say his name is Simba, but it's not really Simba because every single one of us has a different name for him. So my name for him is Po because he looks like the panda from Kung Fu Panda. My mom's name for him is Simba because she's obsessed with the Lion King. I really don't know why, but I mean, kill your dad and become the king, I guess, right? And then my older sister, she refuses to call him anything besides dog. So yeah, but it's as cute, as adorable as every other puppy.
Do you like processed fake honey?
I hate honey with a passion, actually.
Wow.
So there's nothing wrong with it. I just really don't like its texture and consistency, and I bake a lot. And honey, in order to clean it and harvest it, because I also used to work on a few different farms, is a pain. But yeah, that's a no for fake honey or real honey. That's a no for me, Chief.
What's the most annoying thing about Photoshop?
Photoshop is stupid. It is so stupid and it's so annoying because you can be trying to move a single image for your background and Photoshop will have no idea what it's doing, so it deletes and moves everything. And whenever you use the magic eraser tool, for the people who've actually done Photoshop so far, they know that Photoshop cannot tell what's the actual image and what you're trying to delete. So sometimes it'll cut into your complete image, so you have to get the right eraser and go in every single tiny little pixel with a 3000 magnification just to make it so you're not cutting into it. And that's the worst part about it.
What superpower would you want if you could have one?
If I could have a superpower, it would be whatever I say as a wish comes true. So it's kind of like Genie. And I honestly don't know. I've really thought about this a lot because you can have some people that say, oh, I want to read minds, or I want to be like infinite famous. Like if you wake up one day and say, I wish I found a pound of pure gold on my doorstep, right? Boom, there it is. Or if you say, I wish I could pass all of my classes without studying or having any kind of mental breakdown, boom, you are, right? So it's just something that can like change like the probability of things happening. Like, hey, what's the probability of you finding $100,000 on your way out of a Walmart parking lot? 0. Let's make it 100. Right? Let's make it 200%, right?
What's the hardest class you have taken as a biology major?
I'm actually not a biology major. I'm a forensic science major. And the quote unquote hardest in that program for me so far, I haven't taken it, but I've had a few people help me out with it. And it's toxicology, because you're dealing with a mass spectrometer and actually dealing with different kinds of chemicals. And you have to read graphs and do a lot of mathematical equation for that, especially you have to know chemistry really, really well. And chemistry is actually one of my best subjects. My worst subject right now is actually anatomy, which is lovely for me. But yeah, I think it's more a lot, you have to understand the basic principles. And once you understand the principles, you'll be able to add onto it. But if it's like math, where if you don't learn the basics right, everything else is just going to confuse you.
Mm-hmm. What's your favorite food?
Pretty much anything. I am not that picky when it comes to food, unless it's vegetables, because I've got a few little vegetables I'd rather not deal with, mainly Brussels sprouts and asparagus. But favorite food overall would probably have to be chocolate covered strawberries for like a dessert food. But an actual food would probably be pernil, which is an entire roast pork that has rice with gandules, which are pigeon peas, shoved in the inside, and you literally cook the rice inside the pig.
Nice. What do you want to pursue as a career?
So I'm going in for forensics right now to become a forensic medical examiner or a coroner, depending on what my future has in store for me at this point. Since I'm actually really interested in helping with performing autopsies and actually helping criminal investigations. So that's what I'm aiming for right now.
Nice. If you had the opportunity to see 30 new primary colors in the world, would you take it?
Absolutely, yes. I would absolutely take up the chance to see 30 new primary colors, because I'm practically blind and I cannot see to save my life. Like, the number of times that my glasses or anything that belongs to me has fallen on the floor, off my face, in the chest cavity of a cadaver, right? It's happened, unfortunately. So if I could just see something different, I absolutely would.
What's the largest mammal you think you can knock out with a single punch?
A small child.
Nice. Good answer.
I kind of want to know who said that question. I'm interested.
Yeah. Well, thank you for your time. That's pretty much it. Good way to end it.
Alright, anytime.